Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64Randomizer.com. We are in a Blitz Tournament Finals, our LZR Loading Zone Randomizer Blitz Finals. It's been crazy, it's been chaotic, and we've ended up, after a qualifier of 20-something people, bracket of 16, single elim, we're in the finals, baby. Only 2 remain. Winner takes all. Winner gets to take home the coveted title of latest Blitz Tournament champion. In the red corner, we've got a seasoned veteran, Barrie95. Previous Blitz winner. He has won other Blitzes in the past, I think like 2 or 3. If I had time, I probably would have checked, but I kind of forgot to do that, so here you go. He is a Blitz champion. In the blue corner, TheLittleKing, trying to get his first title, I believe. I struggle to recall which thing he won or came in second in, but he's very good. These guys are absolute gamers. I mean, they had to be gamers to get this far. They survived all sorts of stuff. I am LaRock. I will be on the mic for today, and I'm joined by Eternal. How you doing, Chief?
Morning, Rock. Doing well. Can't wait to see what seed is going to be thrown at these 2 racers today.
Yeah, let's look at our opener here. This should be a little interesting. Very nice opener.
Yeah, Feather Spring, Port, Barrels.
Barrels is
2
awesome.
shopkeepers.
You'll love to see Barrels. So BLZR does something a little funny where he has a secondary shop pool or a secondary item pool where you get like a couple of some very powerful items. You get 2 of specific very powerful items. In this case, you get 2 of Cranky, Funky, Candy, Camera, Shockwave. And in this case, we got Cranky and Funky of those 5. There might be more, I forgot. I think that's it. Yeah. So it sort of balances out and makes sure that you start with like something useful. In this case, 2 shopkeepers is pretty good, but no camera and no shockwave is very significant. We'll have to see how this goes. On top of that, you start with a bunch of random keys. You get 4 random keys out of your 8. You never get key 8. Key 8 is always in Helm. We'll get to that when we get there. But we also need to find key 3, 4, and 5 to open up K Rule. We've got 2 K Rule phases at the end game. We'll have to keep an eye out for. And yeah, it'll be interesting. So there's not quite as much to get to the end game, so seeds tend to be a little bit faster. Or seeds can get much faster, but they also go much slower because when you shuffle the entrances, turns out that slows people down a lot, so it's pretty ugly. We'll see how this goes. Lock in, we're going to get something crazy. I believe we're ready to go. We are going to send them off.
Seems to be the case. Apparently, Barrie has had quite the journey to get to the finals. All of the seeds, it seems to be, have been pretty chaotic.
Disasters. I would say nothing short of disasters. One seed I watched, he had a slam casino into a loading zone casino. You needed to find the training grounds, and it was in a completely random entrance. Absolutely disgusting.
Here we go.
We're off. All right, walk in. Where are we going? That's a GB there in the Japes entrance. We're getting a nice little Isles piece. We got Featherbow. We can have a look at this instantly because we start with Tiny, which is nice.
I hope they don't try to get the camera on Fairy. Okay, they're not going to do that. Good.
Very smart, very smart. All right, Divergence. We got the tree. LittleKing opting to go to Japes lobby entrance. Let's see what he comes up there. Exiting castle kicks you out of the shed. Oh, we got a loop.
And we're going to bosses.
Entering Japes lobby kicks you out of entering castle lobby, so that's completely useless. Amazing. And here we go. We're in castle. So it's time to do a little castle climbing, if you will.
Ooh, Red Slam Castle. So yeah, it's a blessing and a curse in a way, because that means you don't have to worry much about a lot of the loading zones in here, with a lot of them being Red Slam locked. So it kind of limits what you need to do in castle. You don't have to worry about too much. Then again, if you do find like 2 slams and like they're both hinted, it's like, okay, well, castle's pretty much my only option, and your options are limited into like what you need to find.
Pretty generic castle climb. I'm afraid there's nothing to say. You got Tiny, you got DK. They're just going to be running around castle for a while, I'm afraid. I don't think there's anything to do. They look at the castle boss. It's boring. All right, here we go.
Yeah, oddly convenient that they get both Kongs, that they can get both medals pretty easily for. Oh, we got a potion on the Kasplat.
Tiny Diddy for Helm. That was Balloon in the castle surroundings. We'll keep that, note that down. Tiny Diddy Helm. We do need to beat Helm. Key 8 is in Helm. It's at the end of Helm, locked behind a 40 GB B-Locker door. Quite a bit lower than usual, but BLZR is much more about the exploration than it is about finding things. You do need to find things, but you need to find a lesser quantity of things. The way she goes. So 2 rooms in hell, we need guitar and saxophone to make that work.
And rocket barrel.
Rocket barrel as well, very important.
The action's really gonna come when they're gonna get these 2 medals and probably look at different loading zones here.
Yeah, the problem is
or unless, yeah.
These medals might just be junk. Like, who knows? The tiny one was nothing. So now we're looking at the DK one, just roaming around at the speed of, I don't know, pretty mid-speed, to be honest. Entering the entrance by warp 1 gets us to Castle Lobby, which is pretty nice. Connectors are always great. Little trophy flip up there for just a GB. Let's see where Castle Lobby takes us. Connectors are always spicy because they got a tag barrel in them. They can kind of connect to anywhere.
Oh, training grounds.
Son of a gun. The training grounds. You'll love to see it. I mean, you really do love to see it. The training grounds are another connector in their own right because you can walk into DK's house and that takes you somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of people do forget that loading zone. And sometimes a training ground can be randomized and you really need to get to that Alice Cranky shop.
Yep, that shop is sometimes very important. I mean, we're walking out of here without Shockwave or Vines, so there's 2 checks we're basically leaving behind here. Shunky's 5-door cabin, which is interesting. Pause exit out of here. Takes you to Forest. You can get back in there, which is nice. So we have...
If it's not Blue Slam.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We're just gonna assume we can get back in there. Let's just let's live in the best possible world.
Let's be positive, yeah.
Yeah, that would be very frightening if we could not get back in there. Wow. Okay, a pearl on the first check Barry gets is unbelievably funny because his last seed was, I kid you not, a Pearl Casino.
Oh god.
It went 2.5 hours. That's just LZR in a nutshell. Oh my god, it's Blue Sun Forest. You gotta be kidding me.
It's Blue Sun. Oh, commentator's curse. I'm sorry. First day on the job here, I already cursed something. My bad, folks.
That's brutal. That is brutal. Alright, well, didn't get a great look at what that forest boss had, but probably nothing. Let's not worry about it. Okay. Entering Snides puts you inside the mushroom, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, middle low.
Oh, wow. How did he get to the lower tunnel? How did he do that? Was that exiting forest? This is crazy. We're going all over the place here. The lower tunnel is a great spot in Castle to find because it's a bit of a connector and just has a shop. 2 great entrances here. It doesn't look like Funky's got anything, but also great is the mushroom insides.
Yeah. It's great that they have Tiny too, because they can do the backflip onto like that little torch and skip a good part of it. Oh, Barry realizing he can't do that slam. You won't be able to do much of anything here.
Here come the hints, though. You got progressive hints. Like me, just prep the screenshot because I'm lazy. There you go. All important. You gotta...
Oh.
Is that a jetpack? What the heck?
Well, I saw the little king get medals, and I think he was sussing something out. He was seeing a bunch of medals laying around, and there we go.
Oh.
Like you need the medals anyway.
Network error, please. What are you doing here? I want to see these hints. Slow your roll. Jetpack's got something for Tiny Phase, and we already have Feathers, so that's probably just Mini right there. Which is really weird, because Mini is going to be, probably pathless otherwise then. There's nothing else on the path of Mini. Not that the Mini won't be useful. There's all sorts of useful stuff to pull from Mini. James Tiny Feathergate Barrel's Way the Horde is interesting. Chunky can be found by Lanky and Japes. Put that down.
Yep.
And then Galley and CBs are foolish. We appear to have gone bust on one stream.
Oh, looks like it's back
He's still
online.
rolling, but he is gone.
Oh, Oasis and Totem to Key 3 and Tiny Phase.
How did you catch that?
I updated.
You're a wizard. I didn't see it at all.
I had to.
Well,
I had to update a little. You got to refresh. Yeah.
I'll have a look in a moment. There we go. Entering the mausoleum takes you to Zinger Bounce. No big deal. He's taking his notes down, so we'll get a proper look at these bad boys in a second. There we go. Entering the lighthouse is relevant. There's some entrance hints in LZR. So getting into the lighthouse should be very interesting. Caves cranky tiny, so getting back to caves is pretty important now, but we don't have that. We don't have that slam to get back there. Oh, that is a troubling second tiny K rule phase hint. When jetpack is one of them, you really hope it's just not. Not anything fancy. Castle surroundings have one potion. We've already found that, so the castle surroundings are dead now, so the tree is dead, which is pretty nice. BFI in... I think that's the lower tunnel exit. And BFI is dead. Don't need to worry about that. Oh, we're so back. Please hold.
Oh. Jape's lobby spits you out of castle lobby.
Yeah, that's a classic. That is our third story, or that is our third tiny phase hint. Fourth tiny phase hint. Oh my god.
Oh, that is not good. That's not what you want to see. And it's all for Mini, by the way.
What is going on with Mini Monkey this season? This is crazy. And then
when the loading zone...
Jape's tiny timed cage ban is way the horde, but that would be... That's not the feather cage, that's the coconut locked one. Oh my god. Diddy can be found by Tiny and Japes. So I bet Diddy is one of those tiny checks, which is interesting. There we go. We finally recovered our second protagonist. They're both protagonists, let's be honest. When you fight LZR, you're fighting the world. Almost literally. And he's taking his turn exploring where the mushroom is, where the mushroom might lead. Ooh, Funky's got a potion for his Aztec. How do we get to Aztec? This was like a lobby entrance, right?
I believe it was a lobby entrance. I was looking at filling out my hints with the screenshots while we're looking at this.
Unlucky. Oh. He's broke. Womp womp. LittleKing hasn't found anything while we were gone. But some information to be had. There's much more. There's more than just items to find in LZR. Finding entrances is often very powerful in its own right. Knowledge is power. Now, it's worth noting they did a little cheeky little flip up a torch in the mushroom. That's out of logic, but it's a very, very convenient out of logic cut to know to cheat from the bottom of the mushroom up to the top of the mushroom. Going out of logic like that, you get access to a ton more entrances, and sometimes the mushroom entrances are very, very important, but you just never know.
Yeah, more often than not in BLZR have I found Helm entrance in one of the mushroom inside locations, so definitely helpful to find it early.
Okay, we're no longer poor. What do we got here? Well, you maybe wish you were poor again.
Oh no.
O-stand in a shop is pretty bad, unless it gets hinted. When it gets hinted, O-stand is pretty great in LZR, because there's only so many O-stand entrances or uses. But, it's pretty not great a lot of the time. Really unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
More hints, please.
Might have lost LittleKing again.
I mean, he's just going in and out for me. I'm not getting much out of him. Unfortunate. Okay, here we go. Barrels. Oh, we got a dog on one, so we have a solved...
Oh, no.
We have a solved phase, which is great.
Another tiny phase in.
That is indeed horrifying. I mean, there's nothing more to say. Like, what? Oh, my God. Alright. Entering the the two-door ship and entering dark rafters. That's spring-locked. That's interesting.
That night door Kasplat that was hinted is harder to get there than you think. If you don't find the mushroom top or the night door entrance or exit, sorry.
Nightmare.
Or if you don't have rocket barrel, terrifying.
Getting to the top of the mushroom is not trivial, right? And normally you would just, climb it like any sane individual would, but that entrance does not.
Not in BLZR.
No, not so fast.
Not in BLZR.
Try again. If you find the top, you can jump down. That's in logic. But, big if. If you find the top. Alright, LittleKing has also found his way in Aztec. What is our Aztec access? Which Which one was that? I blinked. Son of a gun. Probably some on aisles. Seems like it has to get to get to, which is nice.
Oh.
There's a shopkeeper.
Oh.
God.
Candy's on the llama. We need blast.
Oh, jeez. Well, do we need blast? We don't know if we need candy. We don't know if we need candy or not.
We don't know.
Who's to say? She locks a lot of stuff. It's a very powerful thing to have candy around. The aura alone is just immense. But do you actually need to buy anything from her is the question. Okay, great entrance to check here. Entering Tiny Temple is...
Diddy Ballroom.
Ballroom. The ballroom is a connector, and with this monkey port, we'll be able to see where this connector leads. Another connector into Cave's lobby. All right. Okay. Perhaps the tiny face pathing is because of candy. I suspect it's because of a lot of things, as it turns out.
Let's see where this takes us now.
Chunky's 5-door temple. Not incredible. Very roundabout way. Exiting Aztec kicks you out the museum. I mean, that's fine. That's not that great, because you already had pretty good castle access already, because finding a way out of any one of those, like, upper castle access entrances is, like, really convenient. Working your way top down in castle is just generally easier. Alright. Was that the moat, or was that warp 1 that Barry ran into?
That was moat.
That was the moat? Okay. So I thought Little King ran into warp 1 and got that, but he ran into the moat and found this. We've seen this already, but nevertheless. So he gets his turn of the, oh, thank God, here's the training grounds. It's just, oh, don't have to worry about this. I've just got it in my pocket. We're good. We're good.
Wasn't this one of the areas that haunted him in his previous seasons?
The round 1 match was a 30-minute hunt for the training grounds. It was bad. It was real bad.
And he's going to check everything here.
Shopkeeper, that's like a double take moment. Just like, what?
You read that quickly and you're like, huh? Barry reminding himself that he has a jetpack, so he's gonna get the medals.
Okay, nothing on that candy shop, so we don't have to worry too much about candy just yet. What's interesting, though, is that this Tiny K roll, this jetpack item, may or may not start on jetpack. It's hard to say. We have things that are hinted to more things collectively, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, is your answer. For example, you could find, like, key 4 on a barrel's locked boss, and then you need the level 5 entrance that's locked by key 4. Oh, hello!
Oh, Jape spotted.
Jape's Mountain. That was the warp one, right? I think.
Yeah.
So here's our Jape's access. You'll have to see that. Generally speaking, in LZR, it's good practice to just keep track of every single level you've found. If you find every level, that's a lot of stuff. And because Barrels is hinted, I'm not even surprised Little King's running into here. Any luck? Any luck? Any luck? Not this time. We'll think about that medal, but I doubt it. Get a medal check. We got Barry's at 3 medals, Little King's at 2. And we need, I think, 8. You get jetpack? It might be 9. I think it's 8.
LittleKing might be able to decipher a bit of the logic here, depending on what he finds in Jape's tiny cage banana and what he finds in the Feather Gate.
Right, 2 very important checks. Notably, the Feathergate one can't be Diddy because that's peanut locked. So it would have to be a coconut locked Diddy. And on top of that, this better not be our other blue slime level, because I'm gonna blow a gasket if we found them both already.
I won't say anything this time. I won't curse it this time.
Red Castle's bad enough. We don't need a Red Japes. Red Japes is so annoying, especially because Japes is one of those levels that's really difficult to know what your slam is, unless you have Coconut. You either have to find the mountain or find Coconut to know what your slime level is, which is just brutal. Or I guess the Hive, too.
Right.
Want to peek check of Legends? I mean, you could do that, but way early. Also, No slam. Tragic. You need a blue slam for forest stuff, and as soon as you find the blue slam for forest stuff, you probably just run to caves, because we have something probably hinted there. That's doable right now. So caves would be a big pickup.
One of the shops, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Cave's Cranky Tiny is a known way of the Horde, and Cave shops are paths to Tiny K roll, so there's a chance we just pull something really nice there. Hard to say. Get back here, stream. What are you doing? Trying to run away from me. Doing the unthinkable.
Might be checking out hints right now, and we're missing them.
Of course, Cranky isn't terribly wild, though. Just some GBs. Working your way up in GBs is still relevant in BLZR. You only need 40 to beat Helm, but your hints go all the way to 50, and boy howdy, you love to see your hints. Your hints, there's just all sorts of useful hints floating around, like your entrance hints. One of those points to Helm, and boy, you need to know where Helm is. If you don't know where Helm is, you are not beating the seed.
I like to see all your hints. I like to see all your hints except that one joke hint.
Ah, yes. My favorite.
I wonder who put that in there.
Who put that in there? That could have been anybody. I don't know, that's crazy.
Barry should be able to get DK's medal here with the CBs he has. Doing a lot of exploring in forest right now.
Oh, potion.
Oh, might get reward for it. If that's coconut, it's huge.
Coconut would be massive. Well, he doesn't know where Japes is, so it's not necessarily the end game. Rad.
Oh, well.
Well, maybe we need to do arcade. We do have storage hinted.
Oh god, I didn't even.
That's the best I got
forgot
for
about
you.
that.
Yeah, not even incredible either. No interest in mushroom entrances. I'm a little surprised. I love looking at those. Those are usually really good. I guess he wants to clear out all the forest. Oh, that's right, Dark Rafters. This entrance is hinted. The problem is the Dark Rafters is likely to be a Diddy entrance. So you're not necessarily super likely to find anything that you can do right now because you don't have Diddy. Oh, we do have Spring. We actually start with Spring. That's kind of convenient. Solves that problem. Where does this lead us? Ooh.
Uh-oh. Get out. Oh, yeah, he can do it with DK, technically. He has barrels.
Wait. This actually works with DK.
It does. He has barrels. You don't need Diddy.
I don't know if
this
is I actually don't know if this is in logic. I think the logic expects you to be Diddy, just because it makes more sense. It's just intuitive that way.
Right.
There's a lot of like intuition kind of like that in the logic. I do not know if this is out of logic. This is crazy. Anyone can do this, but I think this is out of logic. That's wild.
My first instinct was to get back out because... Oh, okay.
Okay, there's our key 4.
Hello, key 4.
Pretty good.
Barrels to key 4, makes sense.
Oh, we found the lighthouse. Hello, he's back. Now, it's worth noting it's entering the lighthouse that's critical here. So being able to return into Galleon is critical. And that's where the world may never know.
Oh,
come on.
Barry found Mushroom Top so he can get to that Night Dork spot.
How did he get there?
Just hinted.
Oh my. That's a nice pickup. So barrels gets you directly to... Oh, jeez. Oh, well, you're not doing that. Okay. Exiting forest appears to kick you out of entering the mini hole.
Oh, boy.
In the mills. Oh, wow. Peanuts.
Oh, that's another big pickup.
That's the arena. So that's another exterior item that's pretty useful. Well, the grab is not so useful, but Peanuts is very useful. Not even hinted either, but we know we need it. We need that to get to the feather cage.
Oh, don't fall, Barry. That was close.
Oh, LittleKing doesn't do Chunky or Diddy's Igloo because maybe he just doesn't know he can do it. He just didn't do it.
Trombone is our Night Dork splat item.
Interesting. The trombone way the Horde for some reason. I'm sure we'll need Lanky then. I don't know if we have a Lanky hint yet. I don't think, maybe it's coming in the next pack of hints and Barry hasn't gotten there yet. LittleKing has a pretty substantial GB lead, 16-9 right now. But a lot of that can come down to just like what entrances you check. Speaking of entrances, Helm Lobby is open because we started with 2 keys and Monkey Port, so where might this lead us? Oh, Shipyard underwater. Big pull for LittleKing. This is a great spot. We don't have diving. Critically, without diving, you cannot go from surface to underwater. But if you started underwater, you're good to go, no problems. So, we're in good shape here.
Oh, there's a potion in Beetle Race.
And that was entering...
That was Attic.
Lanky's Attic. The Beetle Race has a potion. What is going on? What is going on indeed? Alright. Wow. Entering the main mill, takes you to the top of the mushroom. That's a super convenient entrance. And I was yelling at Barry for not checking mushroom entrances, but what do I know? He just picked the right ones anyway. Okay, the third entrance from the top is the crypt itself. The crypt is a little tricky. It is a connector. He's got grab. He can do that connect. Oh, he doesn't have coconut. But it is a connector, so something to think about with that grab, if that grab turns out to be our answer. Well, here's another Aztec entrance. And Barry's like, I don't want it. Send me back.
I've been here, done that.
Yep, get me out of here.
Oh no, he hasn't been. He hasn't been here. Was he?
He's been asked.
Oh yes, he got O stand. Right.
The entrance
yeah.
I wanted him to look at. And Jape's lobby is certainly something. Meanwhile, LittleKing is opening up the tiny two-door ship. That is a hinted entrance, but without diving, he cannot return to it immediately. He will have to run back through. Have to run back through the Helm lobby entrance. Speaking of tiny two-door ship, here is the actual tiny two-door ship. Not related. The entrance is hinted, not the room itself. But...
Oh, here we go.
But it's got the bean. You love to see it. You love to see it, folks. We've acquired a bean. Magnificent. And we got the Crusher!
Oh.
Entering the prison,
Big.
you get the Crusher. And it's just been here this whole time. If somebody just happened to check the prison immediately, they would have found Factory. That's kind of crazy. Just out of nowhere. And it's got a green potion. Why not?
Oh goodness.
One for the road.
Yeah, this is one of those entrances you forget about until like the really the real end when you have nothing much to do. Triangle.
Hard to say if we need that. LittleKing returning to Galleon Underwater to check out what this tiny two-door ship has in store. I'm curious. It could be Helm. It could be something we can do with Tiny. Maybe it gets us Coconut. Something beyond this entrance is Way of the Horde, whether it be Helm or an item that we get. Much like how entering Dark Rafters got us Key 4. What's this got for us? I want to go into the Cabin Isle entrance because Key 4 got hinted. It is indeed Helm in the tiny two-door ship, which is perhaps the least useful thing he could have found. With no instruments, he can't even like check any medals. You could like look at him, but like that's just a lot of time wasted for low odds. That seems pretty bad. I also wouldn't bother, I don't think. So Barry's gonna have to spend a whole bunch of time here clearing out Factory, but what I want to know is... One interesting thing about LZR is that your keys can be on the path to other keys. Well, hello, guitar. We need that Way of the Horde. Thank you. And because your keys can be on the path to other keys, we found Key 4. So we've got a path. Key 4 gets you... Or barrels gets you to Key 4. Hello, Grogan. Maybe
Oh,
you.
gone? Hello?
I would like to do my spiel about the hints, as I like to do, but items keep falling on our head. This is really unfortunate.
The game says no.
No, it can't be done.
Stop it.
It simply can't be done. The short of it is, Barrel's got his Key 4. Key 4 could get us something for Tiny K Rool, because Key 4 could be on the path to that. What does Key 4 get you? Key 4 gets you one entrance. And maybe the dirt up there, depending on where that entrance leads you. Maybe just everything in Isle's airspace. Again, depending on where everything leads you. I don't hate their approaches here though, because at the end of the day, you just have to keep clearing stuff. It's possible your next point of progression is Jetpack, and so you just have to clear until you find it. And there's nothing you can do before then. Alright, finally we get our 11 pack of hints. Lanky can be found by Diddy and Japes. That's a great bit of info to know. Caves and Mines for one potion, nothing really exciting. Oh, big time factory shop hint. Uh-oh.
Cool.
You know what we
Wait,
found
Aztec
there?
shop hint. Wait, O-stand?
That's O-stand, and we've only found O-stand there.
Oh my god. O-stand. O-stand will be used for something.
O-stand to Chunky and Japes? We have... Chunky is found by Lanky and Japes, and there's some O-stand checks there. And Tiny gets Diddy, and then Diddy gets Lanky, and then Lanky gets Chunky, so that pretty much has to be how it pans out.
Right.
So now we really want to get Lanky, which means we really want to get Diddy, which means we really want to get Coconut. So if you find Coconut, you win the seed. Not literally, but...
Well, until you can solve the whole path towards Mini. That's the big thing right now.
Hang on. We just got a Llama Temple. Where was this? Any knowers? Who saw where this Llama Temple was?
The stream froze for me.
I blinked. It didn't freeze for me, I just wasn't looking. This one's on me.
I was not distracted by counting with Barry. I swear. The stream froze for me.
We love counting. Huge. We've made it all the way to 500 million. That's massive. Speaking of massive...
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Speaking of devil, then it shall appear.
That is our third good item in testing, which just makes our hints horrible. We've got Coconut, we've got Guitar, and we've got Gorilla Gun, all in testing. So, that's killer. That's killer. Has Barry found Japes? I don't think he's found Japes.
No, he has not been to Japes yet.
A castle entrance. Warp 1. What's your Japes? That's kind of crazy. Well, here's better access into Aztec from entering factory lobby.
Ooh, he's gonna open the arena here. Not a lot of people remember to do that once they get grabbed.
Oh yeah, that's some good stuff here. Problem is I don't think grab is hinted. Grab is, grab is a mushroom exterior item. That's not anything important. In fact, it's right here. Little King's about to pick it up. This is grab, right? Don't tell me it's not grab.
Yes. Yes.
There you go. Okay, Castle Combat, the name of the arena in factory. Curious. It's, they call it Castle when it's clearly in factory. Want a refund?
Randomize these names.
Oh my god. Unbelievable. You get some crazy names in here. It's one of my, like, low-key favorite features because it's just so dumb what you can get sometimes. Despite the fact that it is obviously grilled. Alright, well, with Coconut, you really want to find... Barry really wants Japes. Well, Barry really wants Japes, and the Little King doesn't know, but he really wants Factory. They both have found information that the other would desperately like to have.
Barry not checking the power shed. This Coconut.
A little risky.
Well, you can always go back.
If it kicks you out somehow, then if it kicks you out an entrance, you can't go back in. That's kind of a problem.
Right, but Factory... Well, I guess you don't want to waste time dying in Crusher again.
Yeah, it's not too bad to get it back to, I suppose. Yeah. Not too bad. You may end up doing it later. It's just like a take warp 1, take warp 2. Off you go. This storage hinted item is causing problems, alright? We cannot get into the dark room. Our last hope is this crate up here.
We gotta hope. Well, Barry's hoping that it's this crate right here. Otherwise... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wee woo. Alright.
Red alert.
Problems ensue.
Well, orange alert. Not yet.
We need blast or punch to do anything more. One or the other. No way, no two ways around.
Or we find Power Shed entrance.
Or it's the Diddy bonus barrel, and we need Diddy.
That as well.
There's a couple options. And it could be the Power Shed itself, and we just have to find the Power Shed, which would kind of suck.
Right.
Your saving grace in those situations in LZR is that DK has to be the one to find the Power Shed. And because Tag Anywhere is not a logic, it has to be an entrance that DK can enter. That significantly limits your options. Bean for Little King. Graduated to Large King by picking up the bean.
That function like a Mario mushroom power? Is that it?
Oh, I never thought about it like that, but maybe it does. Our storage item is path to Tiny K-Roll, so we're just kind of hoping something turns up there. The problem is there's so many other paths to Tiny K-Roll hints. It could be Jetpack gets us Blast. It could be a Jape's Shop, or the Cave Shop gives us Punch. Like, it seems more likely now that storage is the end point of this rather than a starting point, which is, you know, good information in its own right.
I mean, our one saving grace right now is that Mushroom exterior is not hinted at all.
Okay.
Oh, Cremile to
We just got the red alert. We just got the Beetle Race hinted. That entrance led to the Beetle Race.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Well, Creme the Tiny phase. What is
Feather
going
3
on?
Tiny.
This is a ridiculous mini monkey path. Reminder that we started with Feather, so the only thing these Tiny K-Roll hints can be pointed at is exactly Mini Monkey. That's it. It's just going insane.
And in BLZR, this is a nightmare, because to get to where you need to go every time, depending on where each entrance is found, you need a particular loading zone especially. It can make you turn around in circles for a long time.
Oh yeah. Let's check out the Crusher. What's going on here? Crusher is the Mausoleum. Maybe we need that. Don't know. Note it down. Move on. Off we go. Make sure
Now we know we need Sprint.
Alright, I believe Barry is gonna... I tend to agree with the philosophy of check everything you can in...
Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh, we're testing the waters.
And he just got
no!
unceremoniously rejected. He did not have Warp 1 in factory tag. That's...
Giga punished!
And exiting factory kicks him out to a pineapple locked door he cannot go back in. He has been ultra-tweeted. Just absolutely savage.
His seat just got 10% worse.
That's brutal. Entering the Llama Temple. Oh, geez. Speaking of crazy, here we go. Entering the Llama Temple with that coconut shooter takes you to the lower tunnel, or the upper tunnel. And all hell breaks loose. This is another connector, big one. Alright, Candy sells the Nintendo coin, but we don't need the Nintendo coin, so maybe we got away with this one. I think LittleKing, last seen climbing the mills, I believe he is about to discover that the Beetle Race is way of the Horde.
No, well...
Poor guy.
Oh, right. He must have had the hint already.
I believe he has that info because he's been a step ahead on GBs for a bit.
Right.
Vanilla Dungeon is kind of convenient, easy to remember. And how about the other side of the upper cave? Upper tunnel. Oh, jeez. We're doing this, aren't we? The front of the mill.
Very much worth noting, because
Very dangerous.
Of that little tiny check we could find. Well, with Mini being so far down the line, I doubt that we will need that. Honestly.
Okay, finally, we're looking at the Key 4 entrance that I wanted to see. This is Barry's like big advantage in having Key 4. He just did it out of logic without Diddy. He's like, yeah, I'll just do it. I'm built like that. Perhaps the Key 4 entrance turns into something interesting. No, it's just another shipyard underwater entrance. This might be his first one though, because the other one that LittleKing found was Helm Lobby, and I don't think Barry's checked that yet. So this is new info for him. Crown for a king. Chunky is not doing that boss fight though, because we do not have Chunky. Man, this is the parallel to the qualifier we had, where everybody had their Kongs in like 30-40 minutes. Everything just kind of rolled up. This one taking a little longer. And it's not necessarily anyone's fault, right? If you had all the information in front of you, you run to grab your coconut, you run to Japes, life is good. But that's just not how BLZR plays. You do not have the information in front of you.
Exactly, and LittleKing just needs... Well, they both need one entrance, and to go through what that they have done retroactively. I think Little King needs to find that he needs to find Crusher
Factory, yeah.
in prison, yeah, to get into Factory, and then he'll be very happy because he already knows where Japes is. Meanwhile, Barry needs to find where Japes is. I think that was a castle entrance, so they're both. I still give the advantage to Barry because he still knows what entrances he hasn't done yet, and if he finds himself stuck, he'll just go ahead and get himself into entrances to find out what he's missing. Oh, hello, we need candy.
I think Factory. Oh, yep. That's
we need candy.
That's key 3, isn't it? Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. Galleon Candy Lanky has a key. That's probably key 3. I'd be surprised if it isn't.
And Feather leads to it.
Maybe it's
so
key
Feather
5.
might be.
We have no key 5 hints, so it's actually possible. That's most likely key 3, but it could be key 5 in some worlds. We haven't seen
If it's
any...
key 3...
We haven't seen anything
if it's
else.
key 3, then Blast might be Japes Feathergate.
That would fit. That would certainly fit. Put Feather stuff on the path. It doesn't necessarily have to be... Oh, well, actually, yeah, it kind of... Well... In that world, it has to be. Do we know where...
In that world, yeah.
Yeah, in that
and
world
he is a llama, freeing llama.
The llama has kidnapped Candy, and we need to free the llama. He's holding her hostage.
Almost as funny as my first round with Little King. K-Rool had kidnapped Candy and put her in Helm, so...
We did get a key 5 hint. I don't know when that happened. We got key 5, or Lighthouse to key 5. When did that happen? No one snuck in. Well, anyway.
Little King might have seen it while he was fighting the ISP.
Indeed. Oh, snuck one past me. Alright, so Barry, without diving, is trying to work his way onto the lighthouse platform.
This should work. This should work, yeah.
This will work. Wow, that trapdoor almost ruined him.
Get back up there safely, Chief.
Okay, you can't kick off the platform. Do not kick off that. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Oh no. So close.
I think
so far.
If he climbed the mast, he might have made it. Toro would also help a lot. Yeesh. Toro makes it much
He's mad he's killing Kevin now.
Oh, hello, key 5. There we go. Well.
That works.
Thanks, Kevin. Good one. Problem solved. You like, getting on the lighthouse platform is really nice because the lighthouse entrance is hinted. It's kind of big. But, not much to do here.
That's 2 more entrances for us.
It would be nice to have a look at that, but not necessarily of critical importance. That does mean that diving will be way of the horde because you need diving to logically raise the water to get into that entrance. So. And Barry is like, yep, send me back underwater because I want to look at the hinted tiny two-door ship entrance, which we know to be Helm. Not particularly useful as of yet. Barry's gonna have instruments when he finds Helm, but the problem is he doesn't have any usable instruments.
The 3 instruments he has are for the 3 Kongs he doesn't have.
That is unfortunate. He's gonna spend the time to have a look around though and see what he can pull, but well, he can't pull anything, but he can, go window shopping, I suppose. Or worse fates. Like, well, if there's something in here, then like, maybe it's worth looking for. Helm can be hinted purely for key 8 at the end, so. Helm can also be hinted for other things. If you found a second entrance hint that pointed at this entrance, you would be like, oh, Helm also has something else. But we've only seen one hint so far. So nothing interesting out of Helm. And the awkward thing about Helm is you have to pause, quit the game. You are unceremoniously ejected. Start menu. Back you go. Yes, for our endgame we have a Tiny K-Rool and a Doggone 1, and we started with barrels, so one of them was solved instantly, and yet our K-Rool is still looking like a total nightmare.
It's not like a scenario. It's not like a scenario where we started with Mini and we need to find Feather. It's like, oh, you can find oranges maybe, but oh well, here's another 5-door ship exit. That's from Cave's lobby.
that entering Caves lobby? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen Castle lobby too. Nothing here. This one is Japes lobby, so.
Oh yeah, it kicks you out.
I think you forgot about this. Well, he's gonna be like, oh shoot, I've been here. So I think it's easier for Little King to find Factory in the prison entrance than it is for Barry to find Japes. Barry has to go to Castle and then keep checking Castle entrances to find Japes. Whereas Little King, it's much more natural for Little King to go back to Isles and start checking Isles entrances. You can cycle through those a lot faster because exiting to Isles puts you in a pretty convenient spot to keep checking Isles entrances. I'm wondering when Little King's going to try luck here. He's going to try dying in Cave's cabin, but this will not work because dying in this room with that laser beam just puts you right back in the room. His death orb does not work. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And it doesn't matter how you die. If you blew yourself up with like oranges or something, the same thing would happen. You cannot get to Cave's main this way. You might be able to blow
certain rooms.
I don't think Diddy's cabin kicks you out either. Or Diddy's igloo, rather. And that's the only other Caves entrance we've seen. And the Beetle Race, but the Beetle Race is special. Races are weird. We'll have the Crusher Room check. Or the Power Hut check. Or Donkey's igloo.
Oh, that might kick you out into Caves. Death warping air.
It does not.
Oh, it does not. It does not. Yeah,
nope.
Right.
Very few of the igloos actually do. Lanky's is one of the very few that's actually possible to do it in. And even still, those enemies are those enemies don't respawn, so there's conditions to it and everything. It's just kind of its own nightmare.
Right.
Caves Access is like low-key a stinker. Even though you'd think there's like so many entrances, it's like, how could it be so hard to get into? It just kind of sucks. And from Barry's perspective, it makes a lot of sense to keep trying to dig at this because finding a cave shop item is way of the Horde. We know what's there. We don't know what's there, but we sure would like to find that. Back to the mushroom for Barry. I wonder what he's thinking here.
I think he's just trying to clear out entrances he hasn't done yet.
Right. Oh, he's gonna start climbing. There's top of the mushroom is not seen yet. But the problem is this is out of logic. I kind of don't like this when you're out of logic. I think I tried Castle. Knowing that his answer is in Castle entrances, I want to say I would check Castle entrances first, but I have poisoned the well. I do not know if that's actually what I would think. But I'm going to say that's what I would think because it makes me sound smarter.
Well, not doing mushroom as well as with how many entrances there are. Like logic, we say he's out of logic, but logic goes out the window real quick when you're in BLZR. Like so many things happen one after the other. You really don't tend to follow the logic of things once you're going through the seed. So I don't blame him for doing this. But very quickly he's gonna have to realize, especially Castle, with how many Castle checks are not doable right now, or Castle entrances, since the Red Slam level. I don't think he'll be, unless he really forgets about it, I think he should be back there soon. There's how we got to Llama Temple. That was the top mushroom.
It's a useful entrance, but man, that is really out of the way. That's really unfortunate. On top of that, it's still not in logic. So like, what are you gonna do here? This isn't gonna be your answer. I don't even know if we saw. Okay, so Little King is trying to get back on or he's trying his luck at getting to the lighthouse platform, and he has opted for climbing the mast, and even still, that's not enough. It's hard to DK kick out of that to get the distance. Because the railing is so high. Of course, your consolation prize is to go, take it out on Kevin and get rewarded for it. So thanks, everyone say thanks, Kevin, again. Our favorite lighthouse area, Kasplat. Oh yeah, I totally understand why the caves igloo, or the caves entrances are built that way. Like, there's a lot of one-shot kills in there that would be super obnoxious if they kicked you to the start of the level if you died in. It's just horrendous. So, we make do. It makes sense. And LZR players, you just gotta know that. You just gotta know what entrances you can work with and what you can't. And that's just not one of them.
This jump is tricky to get to Night Door here.
Ooh, excellent Coyote jump kick. Little King has found Factory, so he'll be able to make some action happen here. Fortunately, the museum is not really what you're looking for out of the night door. But there's a potion here, and it's purple. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense to be Mini Monkey. This is locked
two
by...
out of 3 things. It's 2 out of 3 things that we might need, because there's saxophone as well.
It's locked by vines, it's locked by the camera, and it's locked by whatever gets you into the upper mushroom.
Oh, boy.
That's a total nightmare.
We don't know if it's mini yet. It might be sax. We're not sure. But right now, it's looking to be a great contender for being mini.
Okay, Huh. I'm very confused how you're supposed to... Oh my god. Oh, team, this is a disaster. Their paths are ruined. Their paths are absolutely ruined. So here's what happened. We know all entrances into the upper half of the mushroom. None of them are accessible from the world. We have the Thornvine Barn. There's no way in there. We have the Museum Monkey Port. Maybe Monkey Port into the car race, and then you Monkey Port back into the mushroom, but then that sort of like bypasses the problem entirely. And then the Llama Temple, which there's no way in. So then the question becomes, okay, so how are you supposed to logically get to the top of the mushroom? There's exactly one way. Barry's found Japes. Barry's found Japes, but the crushing realization is that it's entirely possible that you need, logically, every single gun to use the cannons for the Check of Legends to get to the top of the mushroom to get to the museum.
There's no way.
There's a way.
Wait.
There's a will and there's a way. Our hints may be destroyed.
That's possible logically?
Yes. We're in trouble here.
Oh my god.
We are in big trouble. We have hit red alert.
If that's the case, that makes for a banger final.
Oh my god.
In our blitz here.
It certainly explains why the path hints are pouring on. This is going to be a total nightmare.
So
oh, brother.
We start to see if what you're cooking is actually going to be looking nice, if jetpack and or the cave shop item are guns, or they lead to guns. We'll have to see.
Oh, jeez. Well, notably, so one thing we can keep in mind is that we need sax for key 8. So if that we think that's sax in the museum, then we have to keep in mind key 8 there. Okay, spring to key 4. So spring is only for that entrance that got hinted, which is all sorts of convenient. Oh my god, there's a castle rooms. There's a castle rooms tiny gate roll now.
Okay, so that's our mini then, I think.
Oh, you think that's our mini? Okay. Yeah, I guess yeah, that probably is our mini monkey then. It's
not sax.
That tracks, but man, I hate that. All right, Japes Underground. There's one potion in the Japes Caves and Mines, and it's on the path to Key 3 and Tiny K Roll. So that's just great, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. I wonder if it's just like that painting room, whatever's in painting room.
Okay.
Can lead us there.
Well, whatever it is, it's probably okay. Yeah, so O-Stand, right? O-Stand gets you into the painting room. It's possible.
Yeah, that's why I thought of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hang on. How do we combine O-Stand and Feather? Any ideas, team? It's kind of looking like that, because O-Stand and Feather are on the same paths. And then your Oasis and Totem area is probably Candy, because the Candy's on... Llama Kidnapped Candy. Candy on the path to Key 3 and Tiny K Roll. We've seen a key purchasable by Candy, so no problems there. And then...
The only thing I can think of is that it's vanilla painting room there, and it gives us a gun.
It could be vanilla painting room. It could be Chunky Underground, finding that somehow. So maybe we need Chunky. We have seen very few Kong hints. Path to Kongs, the only thing we've seen Path to Kongs is O-Stand. Not great.
Scary thought.
It's kind of scary, but we also know that Lanky finds Chunky and Jape, so it's entirely possible O-Stand is like super easy. It's like maybe it's like Lanky's metal or something weird. That's not too bad to get.
I feel really bad for the believers right now.
Yeah, the believers are definitely shambling right now. They're gonna have like 3 Kongs by now. This is not pretty. With Peanut, we can check Diddy's metal instantly, which is pretty good. But with Diddy too, we can also get the tiny feather gate. We're gonna make some progress here in Japes with Barry. This is good, and presumably Little King is somewhere getting his coconut right now. Come on, bud, I believe in you.
He did get coconut.
There you go. He's got his coconut shooter out of factory. We saw him in factory, so yeah, he's gonna keep clearing it out. Keep having a look at factory shops, which got hinted at Tiny K. Rool, and just pray that those turn into something good. Wait, did that get hinted? Am I making that up?
Factory shops? I don't think so.
Check the logs. Did I make that up? Storage. Factory shops are
Storage.
a whole bunch of stuff.
It was Aztec shops.
Aztec shops. I wrote everything down wrong, but that's cool. But we knew it was Ostan anyway. We're fine.
Yes.
I was right for the wrong reasons. That's my second favorite kind of right. Clear out everything with coconut. Coconut seems pretty great. Coconut not really hinted, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Testing wasn't hinted at all, I think.
Not yet. I mean, it's got peanut and coconut, and we know peanut is way of the horde, so... Promise is a testing hint to just send you to peanut instead?
Or guitar.
Yeah. How does he not have peanut? Where... Peanut was on, like, the Kasplat, right?
No, Peanut was...
Oh, it's guitar. Guitar is there, not peanut.
No,
silly.
Peanut was the Forest Arena.
Ooh. I thought LittleKing saw the top of the mushroom. I was pretty sure he had. Maybe he hasn't. Entering the main mill
Did
is
you forget the arena, then?
Could be. The Kasplat was trombone. So, yeah, he probably got the Kasplat and then didn't get the arena. That, hopefully, isn't too bad. It's a little dangerous, but...
It's very easy to forget.
Hopefully it turns out okay. Diddy! Hello! We got a third Kong. Welcome to the show.
My goodness. 53 minutes in.
Took you long enough, buddy. Welcome back. Maybe we just get Lanky right here. Bang! Right behind this peanut cage. I don't think we've seen this. Show me the money. One time. Okay,
he's at 7 medals, too.
We'll have to settle for Diddy's medal then, perhaps? If we have to settle for the mountain, that's kind of a nightmare. That is a...
Oh, it's a potion.
That's a potion there. That's kind of alarming. Maybe that's our saxophone? Pretty please? If this is Twirl, I'm gonna cry. There's no way it's Minnie. I refuse to believe this is Minnie.
No, it can't be Minnie.
Yeah, alright, well...
Yeah, well, okay.
Alright, we're one step closer to the disaster that is... the saxophone in the... or the mini monkey in the museum. Oh, we're playing a game of Clue again. The mini monkey in the museum. That's the murder weapon. That's that's what killed this seed.
Right now we're thinking it's guns that are killing this seed. Well, Laroc's ambitious cook, or what it's worth. Very ambitious. I didn't think that was a thing. That you need all 5 guns to have yourself get catapulted to top of a mushroom.
I'd prefer it's not a thing, because wow, it is just ruinous sometimes. LittleKing damn is look at the tree. There's nothing in the tree, but... Checks are checks. Oh, more hints? I think he's about to pan to the right and see... Oh no, he's at 30 GBs, and Barry shot up to 41. Barry dumped a bunch of blueprints, I think, to get more hints. And he is rocketed ahead in the knowledge department. Again, you only need 40 to beat the seed, but he's chilling at 41. Lanky is indeed on Diddy's medal. Alright, the family has arrived. The believers are sweating brick, or the doubters are sweating bricks now, because what if Lanky's just on, or what if Chunky's just on Lanky's medal? I think that's possible.
It is a thing. It is a thing that we can see, but
I think there's enough.
It's difficult with what we have. It's difficult.
Wow, that's crazy. Fungi Force was originally intended to be in the other N64 Railroad title, Banjo-Kazooie. That's unbelievable.
Wow. What a hint.
Another Caves hint. That kind of sucks.
Japes CBs to 3-8 Tiny. Wait.
Wait.
That's not a Kong.
What? Huh? Well, whatever it is, well, whatever it is, it's super important, so you're doing that right now.
Japes CBs to 3-8 Tiny free Kongs.
That... We haven't seen anything on Japes CBs yet. It's not the boss.
Except...
We saw Lanky on Diddy's medal, but that can't be what this path hint is referring to. We have DK's medal. We can get Tiny's medal, actually, with Coconut and Feather. So maybe that's our plan.
Maybe.
It must be. That makes a lot of sense. Knowledge is power here. Because Barry has shot ahead in the hints, he gets this bit of information to know that, okay, I need to prioritize Japes, like, immediately. Figure this stuff out. Alright, 5 more CBs. Where can we get 5 more CBs? With Lanky.
Oh, we don't have diving.
5 short. Is there a tree?
Oh, right here, no?
Here.
Has he get these CBs? Yeah.
There you go. So he's got 40 here. Is this chunky? Do the believers come out unscathed in the most shocking manner possible?
That would be...
Oh!
It's a slam. Oh, it's caves access.
Oh! I'm in pain. I'm in pain.
Oh,
my god.
Goodness.
That is... Oh boy, that's cataclysmic.
That is unhinged.
That is unbelievable. Oh my god, what do you do with that slam? You take that slam... So you can get into caves now, logically. You enter the Thornvine Barn to get into caves. Well, okay, a Strong Kong is also a thing, but we're just gonna gloss over that really fast.
I don't think we care about Strong Kong of all things.
We're glossing over that one immediately. Forget about that. I guess just clear out the rest of Japes and move on with your life, I guess, and take that slam and make the believers very, very sad. That is crushing. Oh my god.
Of all the things that it could be, we knew we needed slam at some point. Or at least an entrance we could death warp to, but...
Yeah, Exiting Japes puts you in the lighthouse. I saw Little King here earlier. I guess this is where it came from. This makes sense.
Oh, Barry looking at that medal. It would have been his 8 for jetpack, but unfortunately.
Well, medals aren't terribly difficult to come by. There's 40 of them. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Little King with his coconut has gone to go get Diddy, but left without looking for Lanky, so he does not have... He did not bother checking Diddy's medal for Lanky, so he might be, I don't even know what he's looking for. He might be looking for the minecart or something crazy to find Lanky. That does not track. Oh, he doesn't have Peanut.
Not think...
He doesn't have Peanut. That's why he hasn't run back there, because he was... With Peanut, you could go back and get sacks as well, so missing that Peanut is... going to start to hurt real bad real soon.
Yeah, he might not know that it's in logic for... Well, he can get the medal right now if he wants, but I don't think that's in his mind.
I mean, the Peanut's just in a spot that he could have been, right? If he went... If
yes.
He's got his trombone, that means he's seen the top of the mushroom, and he could have been there, and just hasn't done the arena. That's an unfortunate, really easy location to orphan. That's really, really bad.
Yeah, that's going to hurt for sure.
Whoa. We'll see if we can recover. Now, with Lanky, one thing we can now do is we can, out of logic, climb our way up to the lighthouse platform. I think you can do this with other Kongs, but with Lanky and Chunky, it's much easier, which is why they both tried doing some shenanigans with the ship to get up here instead of just doing that. They just didn't have the right Kongs yet, but now we do.
Yeah, get the warps before you go. Good work.
Yep. With the warps, that saves you a lot of headache. What's in the lighthouse entrance? This is hinted. What might this be?
Drum roll, please.
It is Snides. Oh my god. It's the arena. The arena is hinted.
Has to be.
We need
That's our Cremile hint.
It's a Cremile hint. It's a barrels locked item. I mean, that fits really well. This is definitely our answer here. So we need Chunky for that. So where do you get Chunky? Chunky is O-stand locked? Maybe? No, because O-stand got you... Well, yes. Oh, because O-stand got you to slam. So Chunky is slam locked somewhere. Caves fits the bill. You know why I really want Caves? I really want Caves because there are count them, two Lanky checks, Lanky entrances that are slam locked, and Chunky is locked by Lanky and Japes. I am willing to bet a whole pile of nothing that the painting room is in one of those cave slam checks. Cave slam entrances.
It is very possible. Wait, have we seen our second blue slam level? Forest was one of them.
Forest was one. It looks like by process of elimination, it is caves. It is actually caves. So even if you found a different way into caves, like maybe you could just death warp in there somehow, in some way, you would still need the slam inside caves. So, for one, that does make your hints easier to read, which is kind of nice, but is also super annoying, so unlucky. Fortunately, that first slam appears to be on the path to the other one. Oh, Little King actually did some ship tech and managed to make it.
Oh, here we... Okay, well, he's still going to be... He's gonna know why he needs to be here, but
yeah, it saves him some headache because it's much easier to get back there now, right? So, all right, entering Tiny's 5-door ship. That was the caves. That was the caves lobby entrance.
Hey, you were here, Barry.
Little King staring at that boulder, wishing he had the technology to move the boulder. He does not. Unlucky. All right, this looks like DK's entrance. No, it's Diddy's entrance. This is Diddy's 5-door ship, and it's vanilla. Okay, why not? This is a good entrance. You get a bunch of peaks. Chunky's got nothing. Diddy's got nothing. You can have a look at Lanky's. Probably has nothing.
Oh, Barry has enough metal. He hasn't done jetpack yet, has he?
He has not done jetpack. I think he has enough for it. He might be waiting for the 9th, because I think in the season 3.5 it's 9, but...
Yeah.
I believe in BLZR it's 8, but, like, again, if I'm not sure, he might also not be sure. Not super important, to be honest. Like, that could be just any step of the chain. I think you'd be much better off chasing slam things, which means go find your way into castle. Just go into the Thornvine Barn and figure it out. Looks like Little King is...
Your way to caves, you mean?
Yeah, go to caves, right? Try and force your way into the Thornvine Barn. Skip all that nonsense. Don't worry about Strong Kong being out. Don't worry about being out of logic for Strong Kong. There's probably just some other way in. And go from there.
So Ship gets you greenhouse. That's 2 checks in here if the arena shows up.
Two-door ship to the greenhouse. Surroundings are dead, actually. This is garbage. You can get Lanky's metal, but that's it. We've seen the lower tunnel. We've seen the lower cave too, so we can get Lanky's metal whenever we want. But you don't even need to check the arena. You know it's garbage. Well, maybe there's a world where something's here, but it's not a potion. I think it's pretty unlikely.
Oh right, because it was foolish.
Well,
it's not foolish.
There
was a scouring.
It was scouring for 1 potion, and we found Balloon immediately in the castle, so we can just forget about it.
Right.
No matter. Just a minor detour. Not a problem. Scouring hints are probably the first thing that falls off your radar when you're trying to scramble through a gigantic maze of a seed that LZR just in general is. Alright, so back to the mushroom for Barry. Where's he thinking? He's thinking exit forest. This puts him in said lower tunnel to get Lanky's metal. Oh, he's just going back to forest. Is this really our best forest access? It actually might be. That's kind of horrible.
Yeah, we haven't seen many inside forest entrances. Like some entrances leading to inside a mushroom, but others we haven't seen many mills. Shockingly, like we haven't seen like any of the back mill entrances. Barry's still not going for. Oh, this might lead to painting room actually. It's O-stand locked.
It could.
And it's slam locked.
Oh, it is slam locked, isn't it? You're totally right. Well, here's a caves entrance, and you can death warp in here. I think you can death warp in here.
Ooh.
Maybe?
Yeah, you can. You definitely can.
So I think this is logical caves access, which, well, wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it?
Make
it O-stand locked. Why not? Why not? All right, he's trying his luck at the other O-stand entrance, which also makes sense. Oh, look out, buddy. Home run.
Uh-oh.
Jeez. Chill, buddy, chill. Calm down, man. Calm down.
Kosha's really looking for it.
This is definitely... You can definitely death warp in here. So even though the enemies don't despawn, the death warp is logical because you can take a bunch of fall damage repeatedly. Which is, now mind you, like the worst thing in the world, but you can use the enemies to, you know, bring it down some.
Oh, he has 1 melon of health too. Uh-oh.
There's the peanut hint. That's a big hint for Little King. He needs that real bad.
Yes.
And then...
That is insane.
Guitar is hinted way of the horde. Yeah, we knew that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. And so with 1 hint to go, that'll tell Barry where the last slam is, so he probably doesn't care at all. He's got his 1 slam that he needs, I think. I don't think...
Barry not caring about caves.
I don't think we need red slam. That is kind of crazy.
Like, you and I both thought he would death warp in there.
Or
at least consider it.
I strongly consider it, at least. Like, even if you don't death warp in there, you can pause exit and then get back through Thornvine Barn out of logic, but you have in-logic ways to get into cave, so it's worth it. He's really invested in trying to find the painting room, though, so he is going to pivot to checking the painting room itself. I think caves is our answer, but...
I think this was what I was thinking might be something. Oh, it's the attic itself. Oh, just a GB.
Ooh, dice. Golly. Caves! Get in the caves!
We really need to be in caves right now.
Alright, and Peanut for LittleKing, he found it. He found the thing without the hint. The hint is at like 46 or so. So with his peanut, he can now scoop up his metal and get his lanky and right the ship back in business. Anything else interesting he's got? Nothing new between them.
Yeah, he doesn't have triangle yet. He doesn't have the slam yet.
How did he not get triangle? Triangle's in the crusher room. Huh?
He might have not. He said, "Oh, finally, I found factory. I'm just gonna die in here. No one bothers to like go." Well, it's not really hinted for anything, so it's not that bad.
What is going on? All right. Well, your other slam's in forest.
What was our 50 hint?
Your other slam is in forest. Good luck. Oh my! Please put it on the check legends. I beg you. Oh my God. That it has a chance to do the funniest thing of all time by putting the second slam. Oh my God! I beg you. Just ruinous. It doesn't need to be required. Just put it there. It would be so funny.
That would confuse them so much.
LittleKing had a crusher incident. He saw it and then died. That is tragic. Well.
Okay, Barry going back into forest.
Where's he going? Oh, he is thinking Death Warp because he just took a ton of damage from that guy and is now on his way to go try and Death Warp somewhere. One of the cheeky things about this game, though, is if you break a bonus barrel and a GB spawns, you heal to full. So you can accidentally full heal sometimes.
That is sneaky.
It's very obnoxious. Trying to manage your Death Warps is sometimes righteously annoying. And
don't die to this guy, though.
Oh, yeah, this guy's also a problem. Oh! See you, bud. Home run.
The crowd goes wild. Anyone have that on your bingo boards?
Sent to the Shadow Realm by
Kosha.
Mike the Kosha Trout.
We're calling him Mike now?
This is Mike Trout, man. Home run. Home run hitter extraordinaire. I guess it's Ohtani these days. Aaron Judge. Pick your favorite baseball player. Any baseball enjoyers?
Oh my God, he's on a rampage right now.
Oh yeah, you'll love to see it. Alright, so he's on his way to caves. He's gonna make it work. LittleKing needs to connect with the caves information real fast. Yeah, that explodey guy is...
Wait, really where's the second one?
Where is the second one? You can
the second one was...
You can die in the Lanky Zigloo as well, so he's probably gonna go there instead, because what the heck? Where's the second one?
Wait, I could have sworn it was the other Kamek that, Oh, he's gonna proceed to take damage.
Right, he's risking. He's risking. There you go. Take a little baby hit, then work his way into here.
Okay, take another hit, maybe.
Is the other one despawn when getting a reward? I don't even know, man. DK64 is just like that, I guess. It just...
Okay, he chose the other. Okay, he should be able to go to the entrance here.
I highly doubt he wrote down which one was which and just picked one. Because I would not write that down. I would just YOLO it, because, like, alright, I'm checking this one for the painting room. If I find the painting room, it's great. I do the whole painting room and then never remember where it was again. You have to budget your hint space at some point and try and figure out, like, okay, I don't need that much info written down. Minimizing how much info you write down is, you know, essential to actually getting places. But we're in caves at last. It only took us an hour and 11 minutes to get into caves.
In what could be described as part 1 of finding Minnie.
Okay, here we go. Way of the Horde shop here. Let's go. What do we got?
There's jetpack though.
Oh, jetpack. Oh, no, okay, never mind. I guess we're getting jetpack first. Thank you.
This potion will be coming up after this minigame.
Brought to you by these messages. Huh. I thought that you couldn't start spawning gems until you actually finish the ship. I guess it only takes one ship component.
I think it's one of the parts.
Interesting.
From my experience.
Learn something new every day. There you go. I thought it was more than that. Also, he is farming these guys. Whoa, there. All right. There you go. I think you get a few points from the fuel, but nowhere near as much as the bits and bobs.
100, I think.
It's not too bad. Oh, horrendous spawn. He's clutching. He's clutching. Oh, can we get a look at the winch room? That's kind of a crazy pull.
Oh,
what is that?
What is this? It's vines.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I think that pretty much that just confirmed our fears.
Rocket barrel.
That's
that's to get you to the top.
Oh, but that's not Tiny K. Rool. So, because we need that for Helm.
No, that's to get you to. Oh wait.
We need that. We need that for Helm. That's all we need it for. I think. We have logical access to the top of the mushroom, so that's not a problem.
Right.
It's just for Helm we need that rocket barrel so far, I think. So, I can't complain, but that means there's a second thing in cave shops, which, you know, given the candy is kind of looking like it's ended, I'm thinking our answer is going to be on Cave's candy, which is kind of a disaster.
This is what you were interested in.
This is what I want to see. Give me the painting room. Boom, one time.
Okay, there it is.
You should see the insane pose I'm making right now. We are locked in, people. We are locked in. Give me Chunky Kong right now.
Yeah, you should have been in this final.
Sir. There he is. He's hiding. He's rotating back there. It's faint.
Yeah, that's a macho man spinning.
He's behind DK Owls. And look at that. Little King has raced his way to caves already. So he's following the leads a little bit faster. So even though Barry got all this info way sooner, Little King is not far behind. He's going to work his way through caves pretty quickly.
Oh, I don't think we need that. Oh, wait, that might be Blast. That might be Blast.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
No.
That's our Caves Are Mine potion. That's definitely Blast. That is 100%
Oh, wait,
Blast.
it is.
Okay, where's our camera? Oh my god. Is it on the Beetle Race? That might make sense.
That would be vile.
But then where's the sprint? Oh my god.
If it's a Beetle, that's revolting. I can't even start with that.
I kind of hate leaving caves that quickly because the main caves area has something.
He must be thinking of something else. I don't know what he's thinking of right now.
Well, with Chunky, we can do a couple things. Notably...
Oh,
yes.
he got the barrel here, the arena.
Yes. We can do the Isles Arena. This actually is pretty good odds for camera, I think.
Barrels was to what?
This would track. Barrels is to just Tiny K. Rool. Never mind, maybe not. Well, it's green, so I don't know anymore.
If it's pineapple, I will laugh.
Oh, no, you know what this is? This is Punch, and you take it back to storage, and it's in the dark room.
Oh my god, crisis averted.
We got a plan.
Crisis averted. It's not an arcade. You're not seeing arcade today, folks.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Disaster scenario? What's a disaster scenario? Give me...
Disaster scenario, this is pineapple. Oh my god, no!
Oh, no, man, what are we doing here?
I cursed it, no!
What are we doing? Give me pineapple for Forest Funky. I don't know why Forest Funky. Just give it to me.
I'll shut up now, I'm sorry.
So that pineapple is only on the path to Tiny K. Rool, which means it's not going to get us our blast, because our candy locks key 3. That's the critical bit. Looking at our key 3 hints, we've got Slam, Jape's Underground, which we think is the blast there, the Oasis and Totem area, which is Candy herself, O-Stand, and Feather. So we kind of know everything, which means our missing link, that being the camera, is perhaps lampshaded by those, or is just easy to find in some other way. So it's entirely possible our camera is... Oops, my bad. It's entirely possible our camera is, unhinted, dare I say?
Someone's saying sprint in Check the Legends.
Well, we'd have to check Legends first.
Right. Oh, we can now that we have a second slam. We haven't been there yet, though, since we've gotten it.
There's other options for storage as well, so it doesn't necessarily have to be... Well, the storage is just Tiny K rule, so you would follow the chain into storage with this pineapple if you found something on pineapple. I don't even know. Who knows? Alright, he's finally remembered that exiting caves takes over the front line bar, so off we go.
He's got to be feeling like, man, I could have done this a lot easier, huh?
Looking found the hive at some point for nothing. Don't know where that came from, but that helps you get your Japes tiny metal. I don't think that necessarily turns into anything. Alright, back to Japes, or back to caves. You did not hit the warp 1 because you didn't go there. That's not a I forgot to hit that warp. That's a I've never been there. Forget the tag. Different scenario.
King getting his chunky. Gotta feel good.
Oh, is he? I couldn't see it. There we go.
I see it now, yeah.
There we go. So does he leave caves? There's no way to leave caves in this, right? I mean, there's stuff you can do, I guess. It's not terrible, but... I feel like there's more to do here, so leaving seems a little premature. There we go. Don't give me a disaster here. I'm gonna be...
I've already called a couple of disasters. I kinda don't want to speak right now.
If I speak... You know, we do have a trombone way...
big trouble.
We do have a trombone way of the horde. I don't think we actually know why it's way of the horde.
Oh yeah, that's true, eh? We had that mushroom top. What was that?
Why is trombone way of the horde? Could it perhaps be for forced lanky colored mushroom slam? Maybe we do know, and I'm just an idiot. Actually, it could be for the painting room. The painting room needs trombone or grape to logically kill the enemies.
Oh yeah, logically, right.
Possible it's just that, but well, it ain't that. It ain't that GB, but I'll try again.
Now Barry's gonna fully explore caves. Maybe there's another we were thinking there might be another potion in the shops here because there was nothing hinted to tiny phase yet. Oh, it might be on candy after all.
We know it's on candy. We didn't know it, but we kind of, you know.
The way this seed is going.
We kind of know. Look at that tiny potion. Yep. Come on. We know she's an Aztec, man. Come on. Game. All right, there's your vines. I don't know if Little King has seen the museum. He's been in and out so much. I don't know if he's seen where the museum is because that Vine's knowledge on Barry's side is massive. He knows that. Oh my god. I know why that Vine's way forward. Whereas Little King is like, huh? What might that be doing? But this is all moot if you've seen the museum because you can kind of piece it together from there.
Yeah. At least Barry is piecing now slowly, like, oh, why this seed is gone. Like, be so chaotic. Little King doesn't know yet.
Yeah, that's not great. The problem is
ignorance is bliss in this case, honestly.
It do be like that. It do be like that.
We found a prison.
Very nice, very nice. He's looking very
Oh,
healthy.
I thought it was a potion. How many traps, or ice traps, like traps in general, are among the GBs in BLZR?
There's like 10 of them. Good luck.
Okay.
They're slightly visually distinct, and they also spin the other way. Got the mermaid. I think that was the Tiny's igloo entrance for the mermaid. We know Sax is way the horde too, but we know it's needed for Helm, so it's not necessarily indicative of anything. There could be something lampshaded by Sax. Sax is locked by Peanut and Feather, so yeah, it could get us what we need. It's possible, I suppose.
Ooh, Barry's gonna do Helm. He can do it right now.
Oh wow, you're right. That's actually crazy. It's a possibility that something's in Helm too. It's not even like an unlikely possibility either. This fits pretty well.
I think we've explored everything. We've seen everything except for Diddy.
Yeah, that's true. Could be in the arena as well. Which would be horrifying beyond measure, but, you know, comes the beats.
Oh, there's a potion!
No shot. This is brilliant. I mean, hey, it's something to do. Even if you don't know what to do, you can just be like, I need to beat Helm. Let's just do it right now. I can do it. Let's just go beat Helm.
There's no way this is anything important, right?
What is that? What color is that? Hello?
It's white. It's a clear vial.
What could that be? If that's diving, that's unhinged. If that's the camera, that's insane.
I don't think it's camera.
If this
I don't think it's camera.
I think it could be, though. I think it could be the camera. It could honest to God be the camera. The hints have fallen in such a way we don't know we don't know exactly how useful guitar or sax is. Oh my! Oh! Whoa there!
Unbelievable,
buddy! What are we doing? That's a huge pull to go check Helm. That's so smart. It's just something to do.
It is something to do. Sometimes you need something to do that that needs to be done while you think of the rest of the seed. Helm is perfect in this instance, and Barrie gets rewarded immensely.
Yeah, who knows if he did this thinking that he needed to do Helm, but my God, this... Okay, so everything falls into place now, right? All right, here we go.
I think the seed's done.
Yeah, it's simply done. Forget about it. Let's see, how is it done?
You go back to painting room for the yellow vial, and you go back to
hopefully that's Blast.
That's Fairy.
Yes.
Yeah, you hope that's Blast.
So we have to get back to caves now. So here we go.
Oh wait, we haven't solved pineapple.
LittleKing catching up with his pineapple. How do we fit pineapple in here? How do we fit trombone in here? Oh, you know what? It might just fit in for the guns. Like maybe pineapple gets you grape, and then you need all 5 guns to get to the top of the mushroom for your mini monkey. That actually could fit.
Yeah, that might be why that was needed finally.
So to that end, we may be way out of logic when we finish the seed. Who knows where grape is, but counterpoint.
That tends to happen a lot in BLZR.
Counterpoint. Who cares where grape is? Get me out of here. Grape could be the it could be the candy shop in caves.
Caves?
That could be it. Maybe.
It might fit, yeah.
It might be the main caves item for Tiny K Rool. I have no idea what that could be. If it's not like the Rocket Barrel Splat or something. Maybe the Warp.
Did we check Beetle Race entrance?
Oh no, that's the Beetle Race. That main caves hint is the Beetle Race.
Oh,
it's not something in the main caves map. The Beetle Race counts as main caves, so that's what that is. So maybe it's like sprint, on caves candy, and then you do the Beetle Race for grape or something, and your head explodes. But who cares? Because you can just cheat your way to the top of the mushroom with a well-placed backflip.
It is Blast.
Oh, we're free. Oh, thank God. All right, I think this is actually the end of the seed. I think we just race to the end, throw the logic out the window. Who cares? Just beat the seed. Get me out of here.
Right.
I think Barry's thinking that. He's just like, all right, good answer. Get me out of here.
Yep. You get candy. You get your key 3. You get your mini. And
where is key 3? Key 3 is in a Gatling shop. Very easy to get to. You get your mini out. Well, I guess you can go get your mini right now. You can just go to the top of the mushroom, or you can go to the museum whenever you want, and you're good to go. If LittleKing doesn't know that's where mini is, what is that? Oh. Storage is hinted, by the way, so that could have been something, but it wasn't.
What a bait.
That's ruthless. Oh my God. The only way this screeches to a halt is if the Castle Room's vial is Twirl and not Mini. It is a 50-50.
That's diabolical.
It is a 50-50 to end the seed immediately, and the hints very strongly point to that 50-50. Things are in our favor. I would argue it's like 90-10 right now. And if it's not, and if that is Twirl, I don't even know. You just hope it's not. All right, just
give us Mad Jack on a random boss. I don't know.
I cannot believe you had the audacity to will that into existence. You can't do that on the stream. That's way too dangerous. Like you are tempting fate by saying those words.
I've already cursed it twice.
What happens next falls on your head, all right? What happens next falls on your head.
I've accepted responsibility. I need to be in witness protection services from these two after cursing them twice.
I hope we've seen every boss. I hope we've seen every boss, all right? I do not know.
This is my first day on the job, and look what happened.
Skip key 3? Well, you can kind of get stuff in whatever order you want, and this is the much more pertinent info. Key 3 does nothing for you. You can get that at the end, like, no problem. You can put that off until you're ready to fight K. Rool. This mini monkey is really important, and it better be mini monkey. Are we free?
Oh, here we go.
Free me.
Oh, we are.
Oh, we're free.
We are.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Forget everything else. I don't even want to know where grape is. Don't tell me.
we say this, but we're only an hour 26 in. It's not that bad.
Oh, it's not that bad, but these seeds can get that bad. It's so,
I know.
So dangerous.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
and Barrie grabs his key 3, and he's got all 8 keys. He's got everything he needs to beat both K. Rool phases. He's in go mode, and this seed will wrap up real quick. Not that fast, because you still have to sit through the boot, but
Right.
nevertheless. In and out in a jiff. He's on
How
the
does he
fast
do it again?
He's on the fast track. He's done it again. He's on track to win his like 3rd or 4th blitz. I've lost count. I hope he hasn't lost count because I'm gonna ask him.
just keep that icon, that trophy icon on him permanently at this point. Like, will he lose?
I would argue that even though we managed to get there like way out of logic, this seed is a total nightmare because you have to deal with insane mushroom cannon logic. You have to deal with it.
Right.
Like, you have to fight through this seed. What did we skip? We skipped the Beetle Race, a main Cave's Tiny K. Rool hint. We just completely skipped it. A Cave Shop Tiny K. Rool hint. Completely skipped it. Castle or Factory Storage Tiny K. Rool hint. Completely skipped it. Pineapple in Creme Isle for Tiny K. Rool. We have no idea why. We skipped it.
Trombone.
Trombone Way of the Horde. We have no idea why. We skipped it. We know why we need Rocket Barrel. We know why we need Guitar.
You know why we need Peanut?
We know why we need Peanut. I think that's it. We skipped 4 hints. If you finish a seed 4 moves out of logic, people start thinking you cheated. Like, you did something completely unhinged. Like, and I would argue that this qualifies. This is unhinged. What happened here? The world may never know where this grape shooter is because it is buried 6 feet under. Forget about it.
Well, we're not sure it's great. I think we're speculating that it's great based on like what we're seeing, but
Trombone actually probably is way to Horde for the painter. That one actually tracks. There's a lot of ways.
we're missing Sprint. We're missing Sprint somewhere.
Yes.
For the Beetle Race.
Sprint is one of those things that's hinted, but then there's like 2 more that just don't make sense. So like, what do you do?
Right.
Does Pineapple get you Sprint somewhere? Where? Does it get you like Punch for storage to have Sprint? I don't know. What's in that cave shop? Oh, we just keep shrugging. Who knows?
It's been something.
Oh my god, I don't even know what
I sort of want to...
This is like a lot of the time when you finish a seed out of logic, you can kind of like think through like, okay, it's you have a couple like good guesses on where stuff is. There's something in the seed, we just don't know where it is. We just have no idea, and we just have to deal with it.
I don't even think LittleKing has seen where Mini could be potentially. Like, I don't think he's seen that Barrie at all. And I think that's what I want to ask him. I want to ask him if he actually...
Yeah, do you know where Mini Monkey is?
Yeah, does he have any idea?
And then you explain it to him, and he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And he'll be like, well, hold your horses. It's insane.
Well, it doesn't make quite too much sense to us either. Like, Barrie done another logic, so...
I'm not going to force him to keep going to figure out the crap, although he's likely probably curious enough to go dig it up himself.
Barrie might just do that. Reverse engineering.
He might just do it for fun. I have no idea. I can't even begin to guess. Forest Funky's not a bad guess, because Feather, Pineapple are both on the path. Maybe we find a Sprint here. The problem is that even if LittleKing like finds an answer here with this Pineapple, he finds Sprint, he goes does the Beetle Race, and you pull Grape Shooter out of it, your head just explodes again, because you're like, what do I do with this? Maybe
you don't even know what's on Check of Legends.
Maybe he can piece together Check of Legends is related, but like, that's crazy. Alright, not Forest Funky. Maybe it's on the Beanstalk. No, it can't be on the Beanstalk because Mini Monkey is the final part of the chain, so it can't be on the Beanstalk, which is unfortunate, but we get to see what's on the Beanstalk. We don't get to see what's on the Beanstalk, alright?
Yeah, he's had enough.
Chat, you know what to do.
Don't be too mean to him. I agree with not checking the bean. I'll say it.
It's objectively correct, but you know what to do. And wouldn't you know it, Barrie wrapping things up. I think that's 1 toe away. I don't know how the colors change.
I think he's 1 toe away. Yeah, there we go. That's time.
That is time for Barrie. He clocks in first place Blitz champion with a time of 1:31.06. What a monster of a seed.
What a seed. What a way to end. That was quite the seed to end on.
My goodness. What an absolute doozy of logic that was. We got our champ here. Hunt him down. Please hold. Hello.
Mornin.
Morning.
Mornin, Barrie.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a head scratcher, wasn't it? Alright, let's go grab Little King. And pull him down. Morning, Barrie, Little King. How y'all doing? Welcome to the post-game interview.
It was kind of getting confusing because you had like a lot of paths to single tiny K roll.
Yep.
And you have to like try to figure that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think what's most interesting about this is like all the gigapaths to key 3, 8 tiny. Those were just for caves access, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah,
it's
I think
either
so.
that or painting room access. I think it's painting room access.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a couple ways to get into caves. If you found Strong Kong, that would be a way into caves, and the slam. The slam is
I never
helpful.
found.
Yeah, we don't know where that is.
found
We don't know
Strong
where
Kong.
spoilers. We don't know where a lot of stuff is.
Dude,
If
I don't
O-Stam
even know where sprint is for the beetle race.
O-Stam and slam is way in. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're just so far out of logic on this one. It's crazy. And you know why you're so far out of logic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
I
know.
mean,
We're speculating, really. We had a couple of cooks, but we're not too sure.
This one's a doozy. You know what went wrong with your hints here? Because this was a total nightmare. This is a tricky one to figure out in real time, I think, but maybe you did.
I think this would be a way trickier seed to figure out to do it all in logic.
For sure.
I
Oh,
want to ask.
absolutely. You know why all that stuff is like way out of logic, right? The bloody Checkle Legends, man. It's the Checkle Legends.
Oh.
It ruined
That's
your
what we're
seed.
thinking.
Wow.
That's what we're thinking.
Yeah,
And it's not the item on the
Yeah,
Checkle Legends. It's the cannons to get to the top of the mushroom in order to get to the Vines door to get to the museum.
I figured
makes a
as
lot of
soon as I
sense.
found pineapple, that was the case.
Yeah. Yeah, that pineapple's...
But then I
well,
then I skipped diving to get pineapple. So
oh, that's true. We are out of logic diving, aren't we?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
We're all logic a whole bunch of things,
Okay.
man.
So diving is one of the mystery tiny K roll items. Sprint is one of the mystery tiny K roll items, and presumably like grape or something is on the beetle race. Is my guess. Maybe you like buy sprint in the caves candy or something. Oh
yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Little King,
When
did you
I-
have
when
any
I see
idea
a
where?
shop-
Little King, did you have
It's
any
fine.
idea where Minnie was?
Oh, Minnie was. I found
Not
Minnie
even a little
really
bit.
early. I was losing track of like a lot of like places to go to. I
Yeah.
climbed the mushroom,
yeah,
and then
great.
I was like, oh, I can just DK kick to the thing here, and
a super
ended up finding.
yeah, a super valuable mushroom entrance suite. But the problem with the mushroom, though,
Yeah.
and we only realized this after you checked it and saw the mini monkey. We were like, oh, great, that's a purple vial. What purple vial is that? And we try to like math out like what the heck is going on. And I'm sitting here thinking like, wait a minute, how do you logically get to the top of the mushroom? The only way in to the top of the mushroom, or the entrances that the top of the mushroom leads you to, are the Thornvine Barn. There's no way in there. The Llama Temple. There's no way in there. And the museum on the monkey port side, which you either have to find the mini monkey entrance in there, like come in from the mini monkey entrance side, which is usually just a race, so that's very unlikely. Or, and the conclusion that I think is most likely in the seed, you are logically expected to use the Check of Legend cannons to get to the top of the mushroom.
That makes a lot of sense, and I don't like that it makes a lot of sense.
And that's why Vines is hinted as well, off Jetpack.
Oh man.
Diabolical, this seed is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it just destroyed your hints, because you have like 3 or 4 hints that you could just pretty reliably skip if you just do the flip. So this is your lesson for the day, folks. Make sure you know how to backflip up the giant mushroom, because you never know when it will save you eons of time, probably upwards of half an hour in the seed.
I didn't even expect Fairy Camera to be in hell.
Yeah. What made you
When
think
I
of
found
it?
Barry Cameron's in hell?
It's in Helm!
I was like,
It's in Helm.
Yeah, you can just beat Helm
I was
whenever you
never
want
getting
to.
that.
I only did Helm just because I was trying to think of what I can do next, because
Yeah.
I had a way of the Horde trombone that I was going through with caves, just trying to figure out, but obviously none of those were the answer.
Yeah, we don't know either, so that's cool. Well, okay, our best theory on trombone is that trombone is needed for the painting room, logically. And the blast you get that gets you candy from the painting room would get you grape somehow, so that would kind of make sense.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
It's not... There's no way to know that in the moment, especially as you're just kind of like, what do I do here?
So Sprint's in storage somewhere?
Sprint might be in storage. It could be grape in
Or it's
storage.
that Cave's
You got
shop.
the storage.
The problem is there's like 3 unknown things, and it could be acquired in any order, so we don't know what's on the beetle race. That could be punch, and then your grape is in storage. It could be punches, or it could be your sprint is in storage, and then punches on, or like grape is on beetle race, and then you like go buy Cave's Candy Tiny gives you the 3rd thing or whatever. There's just too much unknown. We just don't know. It's ridiculous. Sprint on arcade, why not? Let's just do that. Let's just go crazy. We don't know. There's just so much we don't know about the seed, and there's so much we don't care because we're done.
How many blitz is that now, Barry? 3, 4?
Wow. I mean, I dropped out of the last blitz because of fairness of others.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta let somebody else win
Benevolence.
sometimes.
well, it wasn't because I dropped out because I was getting first a lot. It was because of fairness, because somebody from the race had something IRL happen to them during the race and lost 2 minutes because of dash by the way.
Our humble
So
hero.
I decided to fill out for that, Then the other 2, the ones before that, it was Kevin and then Bingo, I believe. So yeah.
A man of
I'm on the
many
hot streak.
talents.
I'm on the hot streak. Like,
There you go.
I guess,
The leader of the bunch.
My
I just
watch.
getting lucky,
Yeah, sometimes the skill comes in the form of surviving chaotic, extreme disaster seeds. You just never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
The last seed before this one, yesterday, you had pearls.
Right, you had to look for a pearl the whole time.
A pearl
That
casino in a BLZR of all places is so terrible.
Yeah, that makes for quite the randomizer, especially in the BLZR where anything can be absolutely anywhere. That's just unhinged. You seem to attract a lot of the most unhinged scenes when you participate, Barry. I was also saying on stream, I was looking at your last practice seat before the qual, I think, and that looked like a doozy as well. So I don't know, man. What's up with that?
Seed.
I know, I was watching it.
A 3-hour seed. But yeah.
See, that's the secret. It's just a total nightmare. Every BLZR seed is a nightmare.
Some are just
Really?
shorter nightmares than others.
Not too bad. Congrats, Barry, on the window. Very
GG's for sure.
very nice.
Congratulations.
Yep.
On the first place in the belts. And another tournament in the books. What a blitz it's been. BLZR, you're never gonna forget these BLZR seeds because, well, you might get trapped in them sometimes, and so you can't escape. It's impossible to forget, so on and so forth. But we've survived and gotten through a pretty solid tournament. Fun times had by all. I hope. GG's to all parties involved. Thanks for playing. We'll catch you in the next blitz, whenever that is. I don't know. And that'll do it for this evening on DK64 Speedruns for DK64Randomizer.com. BLZR Blitz. Thanks for watching, team. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, whole 9 yards. Of course. Make sure you're following us. Yada yada. Forgot the spiel. How did I forget the spiel? I say this every time. It's crazy. Gotta give a little spin on it
Many
every time.
entrances.
I don't even know. DK64 Challenge Series, I believe that's happening tomorrow now. I think so. Keep an eye on this channel for some vanilla DK64 speedrunning action. If, Randomizer is not enough for you, there's just too much. There's so much more. Too much Donkey Kong 64 Randomizer. DK64 Randomizer, 100 years. You know the drill.
It's next week, challenge series.
It's next week? I made that up. It's next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Good save, good save. That's pretty hype, too. Cool. That's a wrap here. I've been The Rock on the mic. It's been a pleasure. Eternal joining me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed. Hope everyone enjoyed. Congratulations once again to our Blitz champion Barry, and we are gonna get out of here. We're gonna send y'all off to some more DK64 randomizer action because we know you people are insatiable. And you can go check out some Archipelago. We got Archipelago integration now. Exciting times. Sending out to our main man Spike. Hope y'all enjoy that one. Crazy stuff. This is the community Archipelago. If you're interested, discord.dk64randomizer.com. Check out the Archipelago there. I'm scrolling down and there are like 20 people in that voice call. It's wild. Probably hampering our voice quality because there's so many people in this Discord. It's insane. Unlucky, but nevertheless, fun times had by all here. Thanks for watching, team. Catch you on the next one. Morning.
Morning.
Morning.